You have all seen those Minecraft clones on Roblox, but when you play them, they are the exact same game every time. So I am going to make the best voxel game on Roblox. And while I make this game, you can subscribe. It will really motivate me to do more stuff like this, and it only takes 1 second. And I've successfully managed to render 1 block. Good progress. Let's render more blocks. Now I will move the rendering to the client side so that only the player sees it. As you can see, the server can't see it. Now I will try to make it render multiple chunks. Look at those numbers, it seems like it's working. The numbers stopped. Now let's wait a bit and see if they render or not. Yes, they are rendering, but it is too slow. It needs to be faster. And I think I managed to make it faster. Let's make it so the chunks render as you walk. I decreased the render distance and made it so the chunks around me render. But it is still too slow because it tries to render all chunks around me instead of just the unrendered ones. So let's say that this is me, and these are the chunks around me. The gray ones are already rendered, so the computer doesn't need to render them. But it still renders all chunks instead of just the unrendered ones, which is the reason that it's slow. Now I added this line of code so it first checks if the chunk is already rendered before rendering it. Let's test it. And it seems like it's working very well, but it's still slow because it waits for the previous chunk to arrive before requesting another one. But let's save that problem for later. I will first make the character smaller so it's 2 blocks tall. And I added a stone block in the middle of each chunk temporarily. Now I will make it so it unrenders the chunks that are far away. And it seems like it's working. Now I will add optimization. Let's say that we have a terrain like this. It is unnecessary to render the blocks in the middle, so I will add a code that checks if all sides of the block are covered, and if they are, it doesn't render the block. This terrain normally consists of 3 stone layers, but the middle layer isn't rendering because the people on the outside can't see them. Now I added this getBlockID function, and I run that function for every block while generating the world. But it seems like there is something wrong with my optimization algorithm, so let's spend a day trying to fix it, which will be like 1 second for you. Please subscribe. It's 13 AM the next day, and I think I fixed the rendering issue. It was so hard. Let's test the game and see if it's fixed. No, okay, so now I changed these codes, so now they should work. Yay, it's working. Now I'll add a block breaking system. It took a couple of hours, but it was worth it. Now I can break blocks, but if there are multiple players, the other player can't see me break those blocks. It will be like when a player breaks a block, they will send a message to the server. And the server will send a message to all players. Now I made it so the actions a player makes replicate on all clients. And I also added a first-person mode and block placing system. Now I will make a house. What a good house, right? Okay, now it's time to publish the game so everyone can play it. I will put the game link into the description. Please comment on what I should add to the game or how I can optimize it even further. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next video.